Before I begin the video, I need to address something. Firstly, the deadline for the pasta competition is coming up. December 18th is the final day to submit stories for the theme Thanksgiving versus Christmas. If there are no entries, then the story will be the winner of the pasta of the month on the Creepypasta Wiki. Second, my voice is still subpar thanks to colds and flus running amok through the house. Until I feel better, I do not feel comfortable doing any long creepypasta reads or anything that will strain my vocal cords. Thank you so much for bearing with me all this time, and hopefully before the end of the month I can read some scary stuff. Now, on with the story. 2 years ago, I got threatened by a man on Yahoo, back when it was used all the time. I got really scared when it had occurred, but now I got over it. There's tons of trash talk on the internet nowadays, with words like dumbass and dipshit being used. But who remembers when they were threats? No one did. So here I am, typing up this lazy wannabe popular blog, talking about trash talk on the internet. Why do I even bother? One Sunday morning, like most weekends, I spent it on the computer. I was so amused. There was just so much to do, so much to create, so much to share. It must have sounded dumb when it was new, but now almost everyone spends their days sitting in front of a computer screen. I was hanging out on chat, not really saying much, but getting into the topics people were talking about. One man under the nickname The Roker anonymously gave me his phone number. I didn't want to be rude and prank call him, but at the same time I kept thinking, who is this guy? He had sent me another message. Do you have an email? I replied, yes, but I'm not giving it to you. Then the man said, fine, I'll just get it myself. It took me a while to understand that this man was trying to threaten me. This didn't scare me at all, and I decided to take action by calling the number. I called and repeated, hello? Hello? But there was no answer. No, I didn't hear deep breathing. I just heard nothing. The call dropped a few seconds afterward, and I decided to do more browsing, ignoring the threat. Next Sunday, I once again spent it on the computer. When I went on, I heard an extremely loud noise that made me jump. I went on the browser, but once again, the same loud noise came out of the speakers. I checked my email, and it said I had over 666 plus messages. The last time I checked my email, which was yesterday, I only had about 34. How could I possibly get all these messages in one day? They were all under different email addresses, such as nicole@ymail.com, sucker32@gmail.com, etc. But there was one name that left me a bit curious. I'm gonna murder you 456@live.com. Oh God, I thought to myself, did he actually find my email? I expected hate mail, but when I opened it, it took me to a different website. It was probably the most disturbing thing I had ever seen. And I tried to close the tab immediately, but it kept saying, error, you should have told me. So I ran into a virus. My computer wouldn't turn off either, probably part of the joke virus. There was tons of disgusting things such as extreme gore, someone beaten with a bag that had a hammer in it, children being decapitated, tons more. It was also playing really, really, really loud music. Every few seconds a screamer would pop up and different screams every time. But I noticed there was a chat on the right corner of the web page. Only one person was online, and it was The Roker. He had sent me the same phone number and said, do you have an email?